The United Kingdom has a serious problem with import checks. Rotten meat is entering the United Kingdom. Now, I have a proposed site for a new Farage inland border check facility. You know, a Farage garage, just there. This is inland.
Isn't it though 22 miles after they come across the border?
Well, this one's probably about 200 miles. But anyway, this is it's going to be another Farage inland border check facility. It's around 200 miles inland of the coast of France. It might as well be here than it is
So they could.
in Severton in the United Kingdom.
I heard.
You heard.
That a lot of the lorries weren't actually making it to the port.
They weren't. Oh, not to the port, to the border checks. Yeah.
Border checks. They weren't actually making it to the border checks. And another thing is they could offload some of their produce before they actually get there.
Yeah. There will be seals on the containers, but they don't care about that because they're actually not even going there. They're not even getting checked.
No.
You see, the problem is it's not enforced. Caroline, It's not enforced. So what's the point?
So
it's all superficial.
Low-grade meat is getting into the UK.
Yeah, they found loads. They found absolutely loads. And you know what the funny thing about this is? I say it's funny. It's not really funny, but it's that salmonella-riddled meat and chicken, what have you, is entering the United Kingdom actually from the EU. Some of it's been come from Poland and places like that. You see?
So are they giving the UK their low-grade meats?
Yeah, but basically they're giving you their crap.
So is this just meat? Is this just
That's
meat?
Brexit all over,
is it just meat, or is it things like eggs as well?
Everything. Nothing's getting checked.
So if you're a vegan, you might be safe.
Yeah, okay. But don't forget, you can get viruses or bacteria in wheat and stuff as well, which is deadly.
Yeah.
So there are risks.
Yeah, there's risks.
You know,
yeah.
Even on vegetable products. You know, that's why, for instance, they weed kill with glyphosate the wheat if the season isn't too good, because they have to harvest it all at the same time. They can't have any wheat that's actually green at all, otherwise it's potentially this particular, I think it's a virus or bacteria. Yeah, exactly. They have to kill it all off.
Like something was undercooked.
It's deadly.
I see. Yeah.
It's really bad. I mean, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a particular virus or bacteria that is deadly. I mean, they can kill you.
Yeah, right.
But also regarding potatoes and stuff, you know, potato crops. They left them when they all died back. But you know what it's like, just send down, you know what it's like with our potatoes? They're not always brown at the same time, are they?
No. I was thinking
kill them off
something
first.
I saw in the supermarket the other day. Because when I was in there with my friend Vina, that a lot of the potatoes in our local supermarket were green. And that's not very good, is it?
No, green potatoes is a sign that the sun's got to them.
Yeah, or light, like
sun.
My friend was saying, they should really be covered up in the supermarket.
No, don't happen. It's not happening in the supermarket. It's during the growing of the potato, Caroline. And they're toxic. You can't eat them if you cook them.
So they shouldn't be selling them.
You shouldn't be cut. No, you have a little bit of it, but.
Well, you do occasionally when you get a bag of potatoes. You might have the one or two, but these were green. Like all the potatoes were green.
Yeah, and you know, it's what gets me though in the United Kingdom. We've got all this. We've got border checks and stuff, and now we've got Nigel Farage, which I just find absolute. It's more than just an annoyance that the farmers are embracing Nigel Farage after Nigel Farage has he's destroyed the country.
Yeah, I mean he's the one who caused all this, the problems of the farmers because of Brexit.
Yeah, and they're going on about.
It weren't Brexit. Yesterday he was talking on LBC and he was saying that was nothing to do with Brexit.
Of course it is. They're all struggling.
He was saying Brexit was a good thing.
Yeah, all the farmers are struggling at the moment because of Brexit, and they didn't want to stand up against Brexit because they voted for Brexit. They don't want to look like idiots, but they are idiots. I'm sorry, if you're a farmer and you voted for Brexit, you are an idiot. Plain and simple. You do not understand your own industry and how it works. You listen to people like Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson. I'm over here, darling. Over here. Boris Johnson and Van Hannon. You know, all that ilk. Michael Gove, the list goes on and on and on. You listen to them, and they had the only thing they've got to gain is everything. Everything you've got to lose is everything. They promised you, all right, 100% did Boris Johnson say, that you would not lose your subsidy. Where is it? Where's your subsidy gone? She's going for a wee. Okay, darling. Yeah, she's just gone for a pee. Shall I follow her? No, I won't do that. So there is... Does a bear poop in the woods? Sorry. Well, anyway, Nigel Farage, there he is, standing beside the farmers who are protesting against the so-called death tax, which is pretty much what it is. It's an inheritance tax. These people, these farmers, are not going to have to pay it because they'll be dead. Obviously, their children who inherits the farm. They're the ones like it was over £1 million in asset value, which, yes, it would be, most likely. But they're not the ones paying it, yet they're protesting. This is an excuse. This is a way of cloaking all their other grievances. Now, you tell me if I'm right on this. Leave in the comments down below. But because it's blatantly obvious to me. And there they are, standing beside Nigel Farage. Are they that stupid? The man that has basically brought down British farm, the man who's advocating for an American trade deal, which would kill the farmers off overnight. They're already struggling because of the New Zealand deal and Australia, what have you, going all this meat coming in from over there, from mega farms and stuff. You know, they're already suffering from that. Do they want the United States as well? There won't be any market left for them. And they certainly would lose their market with the EU, because the EU does not import meat stuff from the United States or any of those countries. It doesn't. Because they don't want it, that crap. Do you feel better, darling? Do you feel better?
Yeah, well, you didn't actually need to tell me.
Well, they might have thought I drowned you in the stream, you see, so I had to make sure they... Yeah, well, yeah, I thought they'd come through my head. Do you know about the subsidies, darling?
What subsidies?
You know, like the Common Agricultural Policy, when you're in the EU...
There are... get big subsidies.
Yeah, for acres and produce.
And then the UK didn't actually replace it.
No, they were promised. They were told during the campaign that there would be 100% guaranteed, they said. That's what Boris Johnson said. And what they get? Nothing. Well, pretty much. They got the, where you can set land aside and that and just leave it fallow and maybe grow a few trees. You know, they got a bit of that. And no wonder the farmers are...
What are they protesting about at the moment?
About the death taxes, the inheritance tax.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which they only pay half anyway. But they didn't have any at all, you see. They had no inheritance tax on inherited farms.
That doesn't affect them at the moment.
No, not till they're dead.
That's if they're dead. and that's really big farms, not small farms.
No, it's over £1 million in assets. You could easily have over £1 million in assets as a farmer.
But then, why can't they pay subsidy? Why can't they pay? If something happened to us and we sell a house, we have to pay inheritance tax.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't farms?
Exactly. You know, I understand. I kind of understand why, at the time when this was brought in, because it allowed the farms to be passed on to, and kept the farms virile, keep them functioning.
Like generation to generation.
Yeah, that's it. Because a lot of these are inherited businesses, aren't they? Yeah. Instead, it's going to open up for people like Jeff Bezos, who owns these farms, and...
So does Nigel Farage own any farms?
And Dyson.
Do Nigel Farage own any?
I don't know, I don't think so.
No.
Do you know what he said in Parliament the other day?
What?
He says, as a constituent of of where he's... oh, crikey. Oh, God, I forgot. Oh, crikey,
Clacton?
What? It's Clacton, yeah. He's a constituent of Clacton. And, was it Clacton? Yeah, Clacton. And he bought a house there. He doesn't live there. He was a constituent. He's been looking after his constituents. Everyone just laughed because he's never there. He's always in the United States, suckling up to Donald Trump's chocolate starfish. If you know what I mean.
Are they still friends?
I think they sort of are, but they didn't exactly give him a ticket in, did they? During the inauguration.
No.
You know, probably because of Elon Musk and Nigel Farage, or Elon Musk fell out. But you know, I'm sorry, but I have very little or zero sympathy, darling, for these farmers.
Well, because they voted for Brexit.
Because they vote for Brexit? I don't like modern farm methods anyway.
Maybe they didn't all vote for Brexit.
Well, of course they didn't. A majority did, though. They reckon around 60%.
You've got to feel sorry for the 40% who didn't vote.
Yeah, maybe. But I also don't like the way farmers destroy the land, how they till the land and what have you. And
there's a lot of things as well.
I don't like it.
Like
Destroying. They rape the earth.
You've got one about solar panels before. And I think that's in France where they've got solar panels on fields, and they're so high they don't actually affect anything.
Well, no, what they do, no, they actually found a net benefit. They found that the actual crops have improved where they've been doing what we call agrivoltaics. So basically they're up high and they twist and what have you, and they're hung on wires. It's a very clever way of doing it. But even the ones on the ground, they've been using that land for sheep farming. So the sheep keep all the grass down, what have you. And well, why not?
Oh, well, we do get a lot of protests around here.
We do.
About
ill-informed people.
Well, and mostly farmers.
And and individuals. Yeah. People like Violet and what have you, your neighbour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were really sort of chatting to some of these people who were doing like wildlife and things.
Yeah, well, if you know about our rewilding project...
Then we found out that they were anti-solar panels.
And wind turbines and stuff like that.
Wind turbines and
we're pro. I won't care if they put one on the field over here, right back my field. I won't care as long as I've got a cable I'm plugging.
As long as they clicked into our electricity, we don't care.
I actually think they're beautiful things, you know.
I do. They're developing more and more.
I like what it stands for.
They're developing more and more different things that aren't so big and cumbersome.
Well, I'd rather have that than a nuclear or a coal-fired power station. Yeah. I really would.
Then I really love the idea in France where any car park with more than 80 spaces in the next year or so has got to all be covered with solar panels. Certain percentage has got to be covered with solar panels.
Yeah, we mentioned this before, that guy who gave all his money, his legacy, to a little village here in France.
Well, he did. That was the same name as he had the same surname. The village was the same surname as him, and he donated lots of money to it. And
they had 10 million.
Yeah, and one thing they were going to do is the school was going to have solar panels in the
canopies,
and in there for
brilliant idea.
Have a play for the children.
That's a brilliant idea.
As well as
especially with global warming and that.
School.
So that's, I think that's a great idea. Anyway, darling.
Well, you've got to go now,
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If Nigel Farage was standing there, stark bollock naked, and he was the last man on the earth, and you had to fornicate with him, if you still could. If you could fornicate with him, just to save the human race.
Well,
like Adam and old Eve.
I don't think that'd be worth saving, but I really don't know where you're coming from.
Well, say, would you fornicate with him?
No!
You wouldn't, so that'd be the end of the human race?
Yes.
Blimey. Who would you fornicate with? Animals?
There'd be no one there.
Oh, for nobody. Oh, blimey. Oh, dear. Well, there would be anyway, because you can't, well...
He wouldn't be the last person left anyhow, someone would get him before then.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, we need to go.
Anyway, we've got to go. Anyway, toodaloo. Say toodaloo. Toodaloo.